those days they had the courage and willpower to control themselves, to fulfill their duties. That is their happiness. Sometimes it has become some sort of fashion for a rich man to have at least 4 or 5 wives. It is a fashion to say, I got 5 wives. Monday I spend this house, Saturday in this house, Friday in this house. If you want to contact me, this is my telephone number. This is a fashion, prestige. And I told you the other day when I was watching, sometimes I learn very good thing from television. Told you a young lady, maybe 55, so far I had 15 husbands, only 15. When the huge crowd started, what a wonderful thing. Instead of saying, what is she? They say, oh, wonderful, have some more, encourage. So we have neglected this ancient wisdom given by such enlightened religious teachers for us to maintain our unity and harmony and understanding and peace. Everything is gone. Running after pleasure, mad. And father very easily can neglect wife and children. No pity. And the mother also, their way of life is such. Sometimes unmarried ones or married ones accidentally give birth, not purposely, accidentally. Then what they do? After giving birth, drop either in the toilet or dustbin or drain. This is the development in the modern society. Animals have ever seen, ever throw away their children, young ones like this. Then where the mistake? The too much of freedom given to women, they abused, they go astray. If not, when the husband go away with another wife, a mother who got 2-3 children cannot tolerate anymore and go and jump to the river or the sea, commit suicide with those children. How many incidents are there? All over the world. If you fulfill these duties, such sad, intolerable, inhuman situations we cannot experience. We cannot imagine even certain things, how human beings can do such things. Anakulacha kammanta. Peaceful occupation. Earlier, the Buddha has advised us to do something. Now here again he says, whenever you are going to do something as your job or work or occupation, that should be respectable, reasonable, peaceful occupation. But can you do this kind of peaceful occupation in this society today? Where is peaceful occupation? Because each and every person is trying to bluff each other. Then where is peaceful occupation? Selfishness, cunningness. These two things are prevailing in the man's mind. Whatever man handles, there is either selfishness or cunningness. Otherwise never handle anything. So the advice given by the Buddha is to do something without disturbing others. That is the meaning of peaceful. Purposely you should not disturb. When we use the word peaceful or disturbance, that means without bluffing or swindling or without robbing, stealing, destroying, killing, then it can become peaceful and respectable, harmless. But people say they cannot do this kind of business today because man's mind is completely corrupted, very badly corrupted. Honesty, sincerity, kindness, compassion, these words remains only in the dictionary, but not in the man's mind. But when we talk, yes, we use this word. Whenever we are going to do something, these words are known. Then we blame others. I blame you, you blame me. This is the nature of this life. Well, people say it is very difficult to lead a religious life today. Yes. It is very, very difficult, not very difficult, very, very difficult. Because all are crook. All are selfish. Then how to be religious? The talent or the cleverness today remains in that crookedness or cunningness and selfishness. In honesty and sincerity there is no cleverness. Honest man is the number one fool today in the modern society. A stupid man. Doesn't know how to make money. Others blame him because he is honest. A kind person is an idiot. Look at that fellow. How can he tolerate all these things? In the eyes of others, he is an idiot. A man who has not developed selfishness in his mind, allow others also to share many things. Then people come and accuse you. What a stupid man you are. Why do you allow those people to come and enjoy your things like this? Even your next door person also cannot come and borrow your telephone. Why do you allow them to come and disturb you? Our selfishness is so. And the next door man also tried to take the advantage. He said, all right, if you want to use my red box telephone, you must put 10 cents. That man can put 1 cent and dial and use the telephone. If it work, because when we had a telephone book there, ordinary telephone, what we did, we kept one separate tin there. Written, if anybody want to use, please put 10 cents. Separate. When you open the box, we saw so many 1 cents. Do you think many of them are outsiders or followers of another religion in the temple? Here, this simple example is more than enough to understand our mentality. So, anakula manta. So whenever you want to do something, whether people pass remarks or not, if your mind is pure and clear, that is enough for you. You cannot please others. Whether you are good or bad, people always pass remarks. For your good things also, people pass remark. For your bad attitude also, they pass remark. The important thing is your own mind. To understand this, I think I have told you a story. A very good example in India. A father who was traveling by train with his son. Son is under 12. Therefore, he got half-rate ticket for him. This is a long journey, 5 days journey by the train. Halfway, after 2 days, he knew that his son is already completed 12 years, above 12 years and few days. Then he thought, I am violating the law. Now he is not entitled to travel by using a half-rate ticket. So he got down from one railway station, the big station where they stopped nearly half an hour, went to see the station master and told him, I bought this ticket from such and such a station when my son was 11 months and 1 or 2 days, I think, near to 12 years. But today he 12 years and 1 or 2 days. So, my son has no right to travel with this ticket, so I want full rate ticket. Then the station master asked, are you mad? Who is going to see the horoscope of your son in the train? Nobody. You can travel with this ticket, with your son. Then he said, that is not the reason. My mind is not clear. I know it is wrong. So I want to cleanse my mind, not others' mind. That is why I ask a full rate ticket. Think. Still there are such human beings on this earth. You also may say, what a fool he is. That is our cunningness and selfishness. Honesty is like that. When you study the previous birth stories or the Jataka stories of the Buddha, similar incidents, So what they wanted actually to cultivate their virtues, that is called the development of the mind, purity of the mind. Here you can understand what others say, whether we are good or bad, is immaterial. If we know that we have no such guilty conscience in our mind, if we know that we are not culprits, if we know we have not done any wrong things purposely, that is enough for our mind. Let others to talk anything whatever they like. People always come and complain here. Oh, people are jealous, they talk ill of me and this and what to do, can you give any charm to stop all these things? That is the reason why they come to temple. We want to stop their jealousy and also, you must understand the nature of human mind. When you are very clever in your office, naturally others develop their jealousy. When you are very lazy without doing your, when they see you do not know your duty, again they pass remarks and criticize you. Then forget about others. If you do your duty efficiently, why do you worry? So, try to do something without disturbing others, without creating so much selfishness and cunningness. That is enough. Next one. Dhanancha dhammacharyacha jnatakanancha sangaho anavajjani kammani etang mangala muttama. Liberality, righteous conduct, the helping of relatives, and blameless actions. This is the highest blessing. So now, according to this discourse of the Buddha, we are going on developing and developing and developing our way of life. Dana. Dana is for us to reduce our selfishness. That is the real purpose of dana. Dana means generosity. We contribute something with good intention, not for our names or publicity or some other, with some ulterior motive. At that time we have to develop kindness and understanding and sympathy when we want to give something. Then we develop some sort of happiness in our mind. When you see that we could manage to relieve others' sufferings, pains, worries, responsibilities, fear, the happiness that we experience is remarkable. It is a blessing, that happiness. Again, reputation. Having seen what we have done to others, people respect. That is not very important for us, whether they respect or not. The happiness that we can maintain in our mind is enough. When somebody asks how to go to heaven, the Buddha has explained it is a very simple thing. I think you know very well, there are some religionists who come and tell you, you cannot go to heaven unless you accept their religion. Because have booked heaven. It is a limited company. They have taken the sole agency. So they want to ensure you, send you to heaven, otherwise you are not entitled to go to heaven, according to their interpretation. People believe all these things. So when somebody came and asked how to go to heaven, he said it is very easy, but that is not the main purpose of a religion. If you want to go to heaven, you have to do only three things. I have told you. What are those three? Today I am going to punish you if you, more than 100 times I have explained these things to you. Yes? What are those three things? Satyang Bane. Yes? Next one? Yes? Nakujjaya Dajja Aspapirjat. Three. Only three things. Whether you pray to God or Buddha, it is immaterial according to the sayings of the Buddha. If you want to go to heaven, but heaven is not the ultimate aim of our religious way of life. To us it is a small children's way of thinking. Then, what are those three things? Tell the truth. If you want to go to heaven, you must tell the truth. You tell lies and pray to God to go to heaven. It doesn't work. Satyang Bani. You can see this in Dhammapada. If you got the book, go home and read. Under S, in the end, alphabetical order, the beginning of all the stanzas are there. Satyang Bani. Next one, Nakujjaya. Don't get angry. See the way how Buddha has explained. He did not say you must eradicate your anger, because it is impossible. Take longer period for you to do that. But here, don't show your anger. When you show your anger, you disturb others. You must have courage. When that anger arouse, flare up, you must know how to calm, bring down. Now that means you are not going to show your anger. Nakujjaya. Now this is the second qualification. Because at the gate of the heaven, they see your, what you call, certificate, you know. Whether these three qualities are there in your certificate. Gatekeeper. You cannot block them, you know. You can say, I pray to God, is that why, you know, they say no. Must have these three qualities, whether you pray or not. Second one is not to show your anger. Third one, Dajja Appasmimpi Yachito. The Buddha is a very understanding religious teacher. Here again he says, whenever somebody come and ask something, Appasmimpi Yachito means a beg, ask, give something. Here he did not say directly, you must practice charity. No. Whenever somebody asks something, food or clothing or money or anything, at least give a token or something. Etehi tihi. Ti means three. Thani gacche devana santiti. Go to be. Go to heaven to be with devas. See how simple. Those stupid people come and tell you, you cannot go to heaven unless you accept their religion. Why can't you show your religious book when they come and tell you? You have not learned this thing. They think that we do not know the way to heaven. So Dhammananda, Dhammacharya, Dhammacharya, very reasonable. Here you use the word righteous, conduct, way of life, behavior, very reasonable. So with this word, reasonable is more than enough for you to understand. Dhamma is there. Today somebody came and told me, a group of missionaries visited their house and told him, you know, your religion only 2,500 years old, Buddhism. You know, our holy books, 2,700 years old, older than your religion. Now this man says, I do not know what to say. So I didn't scold him because he is listening our talk, he also listening what I am talking now. So, I kept quiet. See the way now they have tried to introduce. Now the answer is there in the Buddha state. If they say only 2,700, very easily we can say our religion or our Dhamma is eternal, everlasting, exists forever. Do you know that? Why? Where the Buddha has said this? He said, whether the Buddhas appeared or not, Dhamma exists forever in this universe. Dhamma is not created by another person. When people are ignorant, the minds are polluted completely, they cannot understand the Dhamma. Then we say, no more Dharma, no more religion. Dhamma never disappears, but we cannot understand. Therefore he says, the purpose of my gaining this enlightenment is to reveal, to understand this Dhamma and tell you. But Esa Dhammo Sanantano, read Dhammapada again, where the Buddha has said, Esa Dhammo, this Dhamma, Sanantano, eternal, everlasting. This is the answer. When they say 2,700, you say ours is everlasting, forever. So this kind of stupid arguments, people bring forward to glorify, to show the superiority in that way. But I really cannot understand what is wrong with our Buddhists. When others come and bully you, you do not know what to say, how to defend your religion. No need to fight with them. No need to convert them. But you must know how to maintain your religion. What is wrong with your religion? Is there anything else that they can contribute that you cannot find in your religion? What is that extraordinary thing? You cannot understand this thing. Dhanancha, Dhammacharyacha, Jnatakanancha, Sanghaho, Anavajjani, kammani etang Mangala Muttamang. Mangala Muttamang, two words joined together. Mangala Muttamang, two words joined together. Mangalang Uttamang. Uttama. Uttama means highest. Highest blessing. Mangalang Uttama. If you use that word separately, Muttamang, no meaning. Mangalang Uttamang. But when we compose the stanza according to the letters, we had to reduce. Otherwise the rhythm, we cannot follow it. Dhanancha dhammacharyacha jnatakanancha sangaho anuvajjani kammani etang mangalamuttama. This morning I attended a seminar in that Rain Tree Club. It's a very interesting one. Intellectuals group discuss about science, commerce, spiritual development. Very good speakers, Muslims. One Buddhist speaker from Thailand. First time I have seen a speaker, very intelligent young man, talk about science and spiritual development. He explained his own experiences. He told, I am not going to refer to all those scientists, what Albert Einstein says, what Bertrand Russell says, what this man says and that man says. I am going to tell you what I have realized, developed through my own effort, how I developed. Everybody appreciated his presentation. I think tomorrow also he is going to talk. So that means there are some people who realized and experienced not as theories or belief. And he also explained, at which I have told you several times, how mind can influence not only living beings, plant life. He said he has done this experiment in the university with the other students and planted fruits and certain plants which bloom beautiful flowers, and provided same water and same fertilizer to each and every tree. Then separated one group and asked the students to go and talk to these plants and radiate love, kindness every day. And the other group provides only water and fertilizer, but no communication, mental vibration towards the other plants.
And they have seen the result, even young students also experience the result. The other groups that always communicated, radiated mental energy towards them started to grow. So according to their experiments, they say 19% more advanced than the other group. The plant, the size of the plants also, then the flowers and the fruits also. Earlier, this group started to bloom and produce fruits earlier than the other group. And the flowers are bigger and more beautiful and colorful. And the fruits also bigger than the other group. So when we talk about this radiation of loving kindness, people do not take seriously. So when the Buddha has advised us to do this, I say, what is that? What is there to radiate? Because we have not realized what this mind is, how mind can influence everything. So what about the other living beings, especially human beings who got a mind to appreciate, to understand, who got more receptive power to absorb this vibration? So this is, in Buddhism we introduce this as mental therapy, like physiotherapy. So when we use the word we pray, praying is another word for this radiation. The real meaning of praying is radiation. So here the next one, not the last one, third sutra here, Metta Sutta, explain how to radiate, how to develop, and how to experience the result. And usually what we radiate almost every day, we radiate jealousy, we radiate hatred or anger, and we radiate very unpleasant feeling, and our frustration, worries. These are the things every minute spread and circulate. We cannot understand how these things affect and create the bad effect and the result. So that is why the whole world is like this today. Simply, he says, he never tried to get any support through the external agencies from outside, but inner development. Scientifically, he explained. Now, psychologists who have developed this analysis to define the mind, given clear explanation, and they are slowly coming nearer to the Buddha. Since they haven't got enlightenment, they cannot define in the same manner. So amongst all those psychologists, Western psychologists, Carl Jung is the best psychologist who has discovered this collective collective consciousness in the man's mind. Formerly, they never had such belief. What is this collective consciousness? This is the thing that we always discuss as our mental tendencies and habits and mental formation. All these things, all these energies accumulate, never disappear. Now take for instance, when you develop your anger for a long period, say for hours, when you are normal, you think okay, everything is clear. No. Your mental pollution that you have created at that time reflect, accumulated. This is called collective consciousness. On the other hand, say kindness or your compassion towards others, you develop for a long period. That is called metta bhavana. Then you purify your own mind and you get the chance to avoid so many disturbances which pollute your mind. Then this will become your collective consciousness. So throughout our life, we are going on collecting all these energies. See, in other words, we accumulate our karmic energy, karmic forces. And today they have realized that it is true. So, because our concept, our belief, our understanding regarding various things, still very, very poor. Like small children, our way of thinking. How many things I learned today. But still I am learning. I never think that I am learned or I have learned. I never think. Every day there are many things for us to learn. Because certain things we have learned earlier, later we come to know that it is wrong. But people are not ready to withdraw the former belief. Again, when you come to Buddhists, their attitude is very poor. Why? The way how they talk regarding certain minor things. So I really cannot understand that their way of thinking is so low. They always say, or people say, we should not do this. People say we must do like this. Then what do those people know about the Dhamma or religion or philosophy or psychology? They are worse than you. And you say, oh, people say. Then what is your answer? What is your explanation? What have you learned when people come and say like this? Nothing. I think you can remember what I have told you. A well-educated man, nearly 60 years old, who have been paying respect to the Buddha at home for more than 40 years. is the editor of a magazine. One day came and told me, do you know some people came to our house, having seen the Buddha image, and they told, oh, I am worshipping idols. What do you gain by worshipping these idols? Why do you want to keep them at home? So actually I do not know what to say. Can you imagine a man who had been doing this for more than 40 years, so-called educated man, but still doesn't know what to say? The people say, they're very poor. Understand? When we listen to the others, Christians, Muslims, and Hindus, when they talk about their religion, they always quote. They say, here the Bible says like this, Quran says like this. But when you are going to talk, how many quotations can you give? Buddha says like this. You never take the trouble to understand things properly. Always say, people see. Then you are ready to do whatever people come and ask you to do. Now you keep Buddha image here, facing this way. Another man come and tell you, don't keep this way, it is very bad for your Buddha. Turn this way. Then you turn that way. Another man come and say, no, it's very bad. You must turn that way, then you turn this way. Another man come and tell you, why do you want to keep this way, throw away. You go and throw away. What have you learned? Without scolding you, you never learn. That's why I want to scold you. I had to conduct this like a small kids, class. Not as educated people. You have your own education in various other subjects. My knowledge about your subject is very poor. Anyway, if I start like this, forget Mangala Sutta, But every day I must scold you, No, I sometimes cannot tolerate the way how they come and tell. People see it. Liberality, righteous conduct, the helping of relatives, blameless actions. This is the highest blessing. There are 4 items here. Liberality, or dana, or charity, or contribution, or donation, or sacrificing something. See how many things. Certain things we have to sacrifice. Sacrifice means allow others also to share your happiness. That is dana. Certain things you had to tolerate. You never take this as dana. At that time, you developed understanding in your mind. Then think, oh, it is not nice for me to disturb this man, this person. That is your contribution. Development of the mind. Of course there are evildoers, wicked, cruel people. Just as me, you must tolerate and allow them to do anything, whatever they like. Not in that way. Then dana also, I told you there are 3 ways for us to practice. What are those 3? Yes. Dana means offering of food to you. That is the simple or very common way of dana. But that is not enough. The next item is higher than that. That is called amisa dana. Amisa means material things, food and clothing and medicines and shelters and any necessities, requisites. Not difficult. But the next one is not so easy, but more important. What is that? Abhaya dana. Bhaya. Bhaya means fear. Abhaya means no fear. That means we relieve or we reduce the fear that others maintain in their mind. So that dana is higher than the other one. See? There are various reasons for people to maintain fear. In fact, each and every person is in fear today, but we cannot remove everything. Due to their misunderstanding, ignorance, people maintain fear. Because they do not know, like small children. They are always in fear when they are alone, especially at dark time, because of their ignorance. And then the elders go and remove that fear from their mind. Elders also maintain that type of fear. Fear of ghosts, fear of spirit and devils and charms and all sort of things. Fear, unnecessary fear we maintain in their mind. Now, if you are educated, if you can understand things properly, you can remove this kind of fear from their mind. Give them some confidence, some sort of security, feeling. That is abhaya. Again, some people have fear when they are sick, thinking they are going to die. Go and talk to them nicely. Give them confidence. Even a very critical, serious cases also. When you talk to them in such a way, you can give some sort of confidence to remove that fear. Even at the dying moment, we can remove that fear from their mind. You should not talk to aggravate the fear. When you talk to them, you say, when I look at you, I can see some sort of improvement. And then get some sort of confidence. No doubt he is dying. You are not bluffing. You must try to create some confidence in that man's mind. That is very important. And you can say, don't think that this is so serious. Because we have seen so many thousands of others who have suffered from this kind of sicknesses. Now they are all right. So it will take time, tolerate, remove the fear from their mind. Again, some others are in trouble. Innocent people, we know they are innocent. They are in trouble. They do not know what to do. So if there is anything that you can do to remove that fear from their mind, it is abhaya. done. And some others have fear of death, especially animals, other living beings. If you can relieve them, that dana is higher than offering of food. That is real Abhaya dana. Do you know, on Vesak Day, in some Buddhist countries, people go and buy some animals when people are going to slaughter them. They go and buy and release. Those who live in the jungle, release in the jungle. That is Abhaya dana. Then the third one is the highest one. That you know. What is that? What is the third one? You must see the book, otherwise cannot. Everything is in the book, not in your mind. What is the highest one, last one? Sabba danam dhamma danam jinati. Every day I advise you to read Dhammapada. Regard this as your Buddhist Bible. That is your Buddhist Bible. Remove that word Dhammapada, write Buddhist Bible there. Keep this under your pillow. Every night read one. Read 2-3 times, then go to sleep. Pali language is not necessary. Meaning, interpretation. Sabba dana, dhamma dana, jinati. Jinati means defeat all the other danas. This is the highest. Dhamma dana, giving, contributing, distributing Dhamma. Then what is Dhamma? It does not mean the teachings of the Buddha. Dhamma means truth, facts, justice, peace, happiness, Dhamma. So people are ignorant, they are in the dark. So there are various ways for us to contribute this Dhamma dana to them. One way is talking. Not necessary to give talk or lectures. Talk face to face, person to person. Then find out their weaknesses. Try to enlighten them.